Hi, I'm Barry Levenson, founder and curator of the National Mustard Museum here in Middleton, Wisconsin, where we have the world's largest collection of mustards and mustard memorabilia. As of today, we have 5,997 different mustards. We're just 3 away from the big 6,000, and we expect to have that probably by the time you're watching this. I began collecting jars of mustard on October 28, 1986 at 2:30 in the morning. You see, I grew up in New England. That means I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. And the night before, they had lost the 7th game of the World Series to the Mets. I was so depressed, so despondent. I couldn't sleep, so I went to an all-night grocery to walk up and down the aisles just to get away, to think about the meaning of life. I decided I needed a hobby. So there I was, pushing an empty cart up and down the aisles. I turned down the condiment aisle past the ketchups and the olives and the relishes and the pickles. Suddenly I was in front of the mustards and I heard a voice that said, "If you collect us, they will come." That's what happened, really. And I did, and they have. At the time, I was an Assistant Attorney General for the state of Wisconsin. My job was to keep the bad guys behind bars. That meant that I represented the state in felony appeals before the state Supreme Court. And if it ever got there, the U.S. Supreme Court, which happened about 6 months later. And I argued that case, Griffin versus Wisconsin, with a little jar of mustard in my pocket. I won. That was the sign I needed. So I moved to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, where I opened the Mustard Museum in 1992. We're now here in Middleton, Wisconsin, in larger quarters, where we have just so much fun educating people about mustard, laughing about mustard, tasting mustards, and of course, we are also the home of America's Mustard College. Poop on you. What about ketchup? You have to know that ketchup, according to the National Condiment Research Council annual report, ketchup is now the leading cause of childhood stupidity in America, which is why I've also written a children's book called Mustard on a Pickle, to get little children to appreciate the wonders of mustard. We get visitors here every day. Admission is free at the Mustard Museum. You can go online at mustardmuseum.com to find out more about the Mustard Museum. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so send money, keep us going. Also, there's the separate gift shop and online store that you can visit, where we sell more than 400 different varieties of mustard. Upstairs in the gift shop, you can find not only more than 400 mustards, but we have, of course, all of our Poop on You gear and other great mustard souvenirs. And the highlight is our tasting bar, where all 400 plus mustards are available for tasting with the help of our confidential condiment counselors. So come on out, visit. You got nothing better to do. Now, at Poop on You, we learned, for example, that Shakespeare loved mustard, and he wrote about mustard in 4 of his plays. For example, we all are familiar with the character Mustard Seed from Midsummer Night's Dream. But also, there's the great insult in Henry IV, Part 2. "His wit's as thick as Tewkesbury mustard. There's as much conceit in him as in a mallet." Or we also have the riddle told by Touchstone the Clown in As You Like It. "Of a certain knight that swore by his honor that the pancakes were good, and swore by his honor that the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it, the pancakes were not, and the mustard was good, and yet was not the knight forsworn." And finally, of course, the exchange between Grumio and Katerina in Taming of the Shrew. "What say you to a piece of beef and mustard?" "Aye, a dish I do love to feed upon," and so on. So that's what you'll learn at Poop on You, as well as the hidden meaning of condiment language. For example, you've probably all heard about English pub mustard. Well, if you take the letters in English pub mustard and mix them around, you don't add letters, you don't take any out, you have builds strange humps. Makes you think, doesn't it? Or we also have very hot mustard. Once again, You don't take any letters away. You don't add any. You have tardy tush mover. Makes you think. Or sweet honey mustard. Everybody loves sweet honey mustard. Why? Maybe it's because when you transpose the letters, you don't add any, you don't take any away. That's what you have. I'm not making this up. It's for real. Mayonnaise addicts. Ugh. You know about mayonnaise addicts. The letters also mean as many idiots dance. And finally, our arch nemesis, ketchup eating person. Transpose those letters, mix them up, puking the stone crap.